Thought I'd share this tip today. One of my students earlier this week was drawing on quite a textured piece of paper. So if I draw on this piece of paper, you'll see that the pencil's not going into the grooves on this highly textured piece of paper. And the student was worried about how to shade dark with, you can press really hard, okay, but that's going to be quite labor intensive. And then I showed him this trick. So you take a bit of mineral terps, or if you don't like the smell of this or you're allergic to it, you could also use distilled terps or artist turpentine. And then you just take a normal brush. I'm going to put a bit of terps into this palette. And then what you do is you take your paint brush, dip it into some terps, and you'll see that it smooths the, and you can use your graphite like paint. Okay, I'm going to let that dry and I'll do another demo so you can see it starts to behave like paint. Okay, on a normal piece of paper it will do something like this. So you could be shading and perhaps it's a bit streaky. I'm using a 5B, so it's not a very dark pencil, it's not the darkest you can get. And I want to get rid of the marks. So I can take the brush and you'll see that what it does is it darkens that graphite and it gives it quite an intense black. But then what you can do is you can go over it again and it will give me a beautiful matte surface. So if you are shading a background that has to be this rich black, you can just use this technique to make the whole process easier.